who I am. I'm Karen Stacy. I have my own talk show. You can come to my talk show anytime. We have Coffee Talk with Karen every weekday at 11 a.m. And we have Real Talk with Karen Stacy every Tuesday at 8 p.m. It's not your mama's talk show. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you follow. Make sure you subscribe. And let's have some fun, baby. You can find us on all social media platforms. Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, and on MiamiMikeRadio.com. Testing. Is this mic working? You better believe it is. I'll see you guys soon. Hi guys, happy Tuesday. Hey Lisa, my girl, how are you? Good evening. Welcome to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. We are live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We are live on the Karen Stacy page. Please jump on the Karen Stacy page if you want me to see your names. Sometimes when you're on my Karen Stacy personal page, I cannot see your names displayed. So if you don't hear me say your name, it's because I can't see you. Make sure you join the group, Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Make sure you hit us up on YouTube, Twitch. Twitch. I get confused between Twitch and Twitter. Too many and YouTube, Twitch, and Periscope. Real Talk Karen Stacy. I gotta stop making noise with this. So what's going on? Did you guys miss me? It's been what time did I finish? So it's been 8 hours since you've seen me. Are you having withdrawal or what? What's going on? How are you guys? Do me a favor, please. Let me know you're here. Say hello. Most people, as I said, are going to be on the Karen Stacy page. So you want to see not the picture of me and my son, but you want to just see the caricature picture so that I can see your names. And if I'm not seeing your name, you can always go to StreamYard.com/Facebook so I can see your name. So check in, share out the video. I think I'm going to go with some a controversial topic today. For those of you who missed the show a couple of weeks ago, I had Shannon on, and she is, in layman's terms, a witch. I really liked her very much, and I like everything she kind of stands for. And I saw something she posted, and I was going to talk about it on Coffee Talk. And then, me, sometimes I get a little hot and heavy. Like this morning, I went off. So if you missed this morning's show, you definitely want to go in and replay that, because I was like a fucking nut this morning. But, it is what it is. So anyway, she posted something, and I found it very, very interesting. So I thought we would talk about it. We were talking today about controversial stuff, talking about the fucking Dr. Seuss. We were talking about the Mr. Potato Head. We were talking about Grease and all these politically correct bullshit going on. Which just makes my blood, boil. But I need your help. I think I only have one mod tonight. Lisa's doing a great job trying to tag people in. But if you could do me a favor and share out the video. So a great thing to do is share this to groups that you are joined into, or pages that you are joined to, especially groups and pages that appreciate Real Talk. I'm not for everybody. So some people, I know you might find this hard to believe, but some people might not actually appreciate and like me. Those bastards. But so please be conscious. Don't make people crazy. Don't get yourself in Facebook jail. But if you can share it out and share it to groups that might appreciate it, I would appreciate that as well. And if you are a regular on the show and you don't see your regular friends here, please feel free to try to tag them as well. Another great thing to do is to send people the videos in Messenger, so that way you're not tagging them and driving them crazy. I have to say, I get tagged in a lot of stuff. And, especially live shows, it's tricky because I'm like literally sitting and doing something quietly, and it brings me to this live thing, and it's like making all this noise, and I'm like, holy shit. So I know that can be very frustrating as well. So, let's try to do it with people that, might appreciate it, or might not be cooking dinner right now, or whatever the case may be. So let's see, we got, who's here? Robert, good evening. We haven't had you on the show for a while. I just see here Facebook user. Hi, Karen. I'm not sure who that is. Emily, my girl, is here. Rita M, how are you? Did I just see, hold on, the comments just went whack-a-doozy. Hang a sec. Only me. Only me. Not only did I get booted off, but I got booted off and had to log back in again. I'm so sorry. You know what? I have to laugh, because if I don't laugh, I'll fucking lose my mind. So I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to say that was funny. Really not. Like Lisa always says, funny, not funny. I'm back, you guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be alarmed. I'm here. Let me get back in here. Vanessa, good evening. Julie, hi, honey. How are you? Congrats on your movie role. I see you just left me a voice message, but obviously I can't listen to it right now. Do I see Laura? Hi, Laura. I missed you this morning. Mark is here. What's going on? Oh, Julie, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Where is my Richie? Rita, Richie is working nights, so he's been like upside down and backwards. So he's still around. He's still alive. Thank you for asking. Hey, Karen Mojica, how are you, Mama? I hope you're doing well. Lisa G, in the place to be. Cannoli King, what's good? What's good? All right, let me see. Julie, where did you go? You've gone black screen. I know. Julie, this thing is so sensitive. I touched the wrong, I mean, us women, we should be that fucking sensitive, right? I touch the wrong thing and forget about it. All the powers that be, I get like off. I'm telling you, nobody would believe this. When I tell you that there is no thing to exit the broadcast where my mouse is pointed, and yet I still managed to do it. It's like magic. If I tried to exit the broadcast by doing what I was doing by mistake, I would never be able to do it. So go figure. It is what it is. I'll call myself special. Like there's a little yellow school bus waiting for me outside. Ooh, that's not politically correct. Did she just say that? Oh my God, I did. All right, what's going on, Tanya, honey? How are you? The screen went blank. Yeah, I know. I'm here. I got an itch in my eye. What does that mean? Am I going to get into a fight? No. Karen, did you press the wrong button again? Absolutely, Mark. Abso-freaking-lutely. But I'm back. So the good thing is that like I know what to do even when I fuck up ish. Well, this time was really different. Normally, I don't get signed out. I just got to sign back in again. This time, I was completely signed out. And then they have to give you a code in order to sign back in again. So that's even worse. So I had to go through like 3 different steps to get back on here. Hello, is the mic working? Testing, testing. Is this mic working? You got it right, Rita. See, you guys know me well. I pressed the wrong button. I used to be drinking. Do, dum, dum, dum. I know you what happened. Colleen, I pressed the wrong button. You guys could have done like the Jeopardy music. Like, instead of like, where's Waldo, we'll do like a where's Karen. Guess the idiot pressed the wrong button. But I'm back. It's all good. Yes, we're back, Tanya. We're back. Yes. Sorry, you guys. Listen, I always keep it interesting, if nothing else, right? Monica, my love, good morning. I'm so used to morning. Good evening. Good evening, Colleen. Sorry I wasn't in earlier. I had an appointment. No worries. We just miss you guys when we don't see you. So thank you for checking in. Okay, Julie. Yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Mark, working nights is definitely challenging. Let me see. I just lost the comments again. Hold on a second. All right, everybody's talking to each other. Okay, here we go. Emily, I'm here, but I need my Karen. Aw, Georgie, I love you, baby. Hi, Tommy. How are you? Hi, Michelle. The power of touch. Yeah, Tanya, I know. I'm pretty powerful. What could I tell you? Where am I? Valerie, hi. Did anyone else see white outline of leaves? Yes, that's the screen background. You're not bugging out. Don't worry. You're not having some like ghost come and visit you. Yeah, I know. I can't press the buttons. Who else is on here? I did the LA to New York flight today, but I'm here. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for joining us. Okay. Here we go. Where am I? I'm trying to get to the comments and then we're going to get to the topic because I think this is going to be kind of interesting. Loud and clear, Karen, and the pic quality is good too. Woohoo! Thank you. Well, it's morning here in Australia. That's right, Julie, it is. See, so I had it right. Oh, slick. Okay, that must be Ray. I can't see your name. Hi, Ray. Who's that? Tommy, my first time watching. Welcome, Tommy. How are you? Again, thank you. Yes. Oh, happy birthday, Tanya. Mark, yes, sure. Yeah, okay, let me see. All right, who else is there? Sylvia. Good evening, Sylvia. Thank you guys again for tuning in to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. I apologize that I booted myself off. But I'm back, and now you are stuck with me. Uh-oh. So as I always say, please share out the video. Let's get your friends involved. So let me get back to what I was talking about before I was rudely interrupting myself. So a couple of weeks ago, I had Shannon on, who is like Glinda the Good Witch, right? And so she, has psychic abilities and yada, yada, yada. So I've been watching her on Facebook, and I kind of liked what she was all about. And, I do that with a lot of people. I kind of sit back and I listen and I watch, and I get bits and pieces of what I like and stuff. So there are certain things that you guys know. I do the talk show every single day, not Real Talk, but Coffee Talk. Real Talk I only do every Tuesday. And we talk about a lot of very controversial topics, things that are actually, on the front burner, and how we deal with these things, right? So I'm always trying to kind of help spread positivity, hope, faith, and also awareness, because a lot of people, I think, kind of have their heads up their asses, or choose not to see certain things. So when I see posts and I see certain things, I say to myself, that's a good topic for the show. So I'm going to read to you what she wrote. And she wrote this, and then there was an addendum to it, which is even more interesting. Hey, Queen Gina, how are you? Do I see Cliff on here? Good evening, Cliff. How are you? Okay, so are you ready? So here it is. I'm going to read it now. This is what Shannon wrote. So I'm not taking credit for this. I didn't write this. A bit of handy information for some of the, what does that say? CIS males. I'm not really sure what that means. Out there. Not all. Just the ones who read this and get annoyed, pissed off, or think I'm conceited or a man hater. Now it's funny because we talked earlier today, and I was saying how sometimes you don't like something you see or read because it calls your demons, right? So interesting that she wrote that. Okay, so read this twice, because it's for you. Also, I do feel that most men are wonderful, loving human beings that will agree with what I am saying. Just because you find a woman attractive doesn't mean you need to tell her, ask her out, or approach her in any way. She doesn't exist for your viewing pleasure only. As a matter of fact, she didn't think about you or all the other rando yous when she was getting ready in the morning. She picked out some shit that made her feel good. She put some shit on her face because she likes it. You know what? I'm really pressing all the wrong buttons here because I just went out of this. Okay. I guess I really do have the magic touch today. All right. Let me get back to where I was. Okay. Some shit on her face because she likes it. You never occurred to her. So stop telling us how you feel about the way we look. I don't care if you think it's a compliment. Just because you think it doesn't mean you need to act on it. How would you feel if someone told you what seems to be 100 times a day online, in the grocery store, in Rite Aid, at traffic lights, in bars, restaurants, on the street, and at the gym, gas stations, etc., how they felt about the way you look? Would it get old? Yeah, it would. And it does. So I'll say this again. Women do not exist for your viewing pleasure only. We are thinking beings who exist way outside of you and your thoughts. So just stop it. Do better. Women are done with it. Pro tip, you know how it seems like all women happen to have boyfriends when you ask them out in these unwarranted, unappreciated situations? That's not always true. We're just saying it so you will leave us alone and don't fling your wounded ego and hostility at us. We are actually saying no because we would rather have bamboo shoots shoved under our fingertips rather than go out with you. Now, you tell me that is not a whole basis for a fucking talk show. That was a lot, right? Now, when you read that, it definitely sounds like the author of this is pissed off, right? I don't know what I got on my glasses now too. Definitely hear a little bit of, for somebody that's a sound, like a very grounded human, that seems awfully accusatory, right? So she got 105 comments from that post. I don't think I get 105 comments during my shows, but that's a lot for me to read. So, again, so I'm not going to read it back again, but okay. The question is, right. And I wrote this before. Do you, I can't see, you feel that women are, and how did she word it? Your viewing pleasure. How did she word that? Right? I think, yes, for your viewing pleasure. She doesn't exist for your viewing pleasure. Do you feel that women are for your viewing pleasure? This way it's a little bit easier. Pleasure. Hold on a second. Pleasure. And then I'll put it up on the screen so that you guys can see it. Let me see. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Where am I? Okay, here it is. And also where I have this pinned is basically the where everybody is comment wise, because sometimes you guys are wondering where all of the comments are. So let me see. I'm going to go back and see if you guys are commenting about what I just wrote. I see everybody saying hello to each other, which is very nice. Okay, Emily. There's a huge difference between a strong woman and a man hater. Agreed. Yes, I agree with what she is saying, Laura said. I can't help that I'm beautiful, Emily said. Bobby, I miss you too, honey. I'm so glad you're here. Tanya, who is the guy? I don't dress up for men or do my makeup for any man. And that's exactly what she was saying in the post. She said that we are getting up, we're getting dressed, we're getting ready, and we're doing what we're doing to ourselves with our own self in mind. We are not doing this to please men. That's what she was saying. So that's why she was saying that women are not for men's viewing pleasure. Let me see. I think she has insecurities, Tommy said. Rita said bitter. Gina, Queen Gina, love this. Thank you. Complex issues. The ratio is Okay. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I don't know. My eyes don't work sometimes. I do it for myself. Exactly. Okay. So Tommy said a compliment is good, but it depends how you dress. If you like to be respected, dress. Hold on. If you like to be respected, see, this is where I get into problems, you guys, because I can't freaking see. Glasses on, glasses off. I can't see shit. Nope, that ain't gonna work. All right. Dress appropriately. If you are dressed beautiful, you get a compliment. It doesn't mean you're trying to seduce by a compliment. It depends if she's been through an inappropriate experience. Doesn't mean all are the same. Does she gaze? Mandy said, does she gaze at men? That's a good point as well, right? Hey, Paul, how are you? So let me read you guys also, just out of fairness, well, not fairness, but she wrote an addendum to that. So hopefully you guys are still with me. So here is the addendum. This is an addendum to the post below. Again, this is written by Shannon, not myself. I am not a man hater. I repeat, I am not a man hater. I am just speaking the truth because I love men and truly feel that women should have never let it get to this point. We should have spoken the truth from day one so we didn't become this divided. None of this is fair to women or men. We all need to take responsibility for what thousands of years of patriarchy has done to the world. Men and women are both hurting, but it will hurt more before it gets better because the truth has to be spoken about. These truths must be brought to light. I don't mind if people get upset with me. That's part of being a fierce warrior in the divine feminine. The truth hurts, but now it's time people hear it. So let's see. I read some of your comments. Let me see if there's more. You must love yourself and want to look good for yourself. Yes. And again, that's not what this article or this post was about. The post was exactly that. The post was saying that women make themselves look the way they want to look, right? Whether they, make up this, that, the other. I talk about this a lot on the show where, you will attract certain attention depending on the way you present yourself. So I usually do my show and my morning show. I actually put darker lipstick on today. Like this is like my fancy look right now. But like we're home. If you see me out, I'm dressed to the nines. My makeup is done like a freaking, model, and the hair is done. The shoes are on point. I'm impeccable with my style. But I'm not here trying to make fans based on the way I look. I'm trying to have my followers and my fans based on what I say and what I do. So I could very well get up here and I got it all. I could show it all. I just choose a different path because I want people, because unfortunately, this is the way that life goes. What Tommy said is very true. What you put forward is what people will grab. So if I am here and I'm talking a certain way and I'm putting everything out there, then I'm going to get bits and pieces from different people. I believe that if you got it, use it. That being said, as we, like, I've gone through transitions in my life, and I choose to present myself differently than I used to. I've always dressed in a manner in which I felt was classy, but I always pushed the envelope a little bit. I was always a little bit provocative. And of course, look, I mean, I'm like, my presence is like huge, no matter where I am. So when I walk in the room. So I think, and again, we do that for us, right? So there are some men that are extremely complimentary and say very appreciated things, right? I mean, because let's face it, it's not, my hair is driving me crazy. It's always nice to get a compliment, right? But we're not looking for compliments per se. We're looking to feel good. And sure, if you feel, I mean, who doesn't feel good when they come home and somebody told them, wow, you're beautiful, or, whatever. I mean, that's nice. It's really nice, right? So I guess it really depends what you're looking for. But in what Shannon was trying to say with what the post was, that she really doesn't like that women are objectified. And that was what she was trying to say. And when she said that the dialogue has been going on for thousands of years, meaning that women are objectified and that men look at us as objects, right? So, and there are a lot of women that put themselves out there as objects, right? So, and they're okay with it. There are some people that just love attention, and they'll get it. They'll take it any way they can get it. And again, I mean, to each his own is how I feel about it. But I get her point. And the funny thing is that a real high quality man sees things a little bit differently. And again, I think that, as Tommy mentioned, everybody's going to react to certain things. Okay. Like, for instance, I have a big mouth. I curse. I'm very upfront like that. A lot of people don't like that. And they will like they'll be like, is this fucking girl nuts? Like, is she for real? And I'll get that from them, and I'll know right away when I get that from them, like, I'm too much. And what's funny is Shannon also put a post about that, about I'm too much. And I've heard that, and I know that because I can tell by the way people react to me. They think I'm too much. And again, to each his own, right? But I believe that the energy matches the energy too. So, I mean, are people inappropriate? Yeah. Can men be inappropriate? Yeah. Can women be inappropriate? Yeah. You ever see women in a fucking strip club? They're worse than men in a strip club. They'll stick their hands all fucking up in there. They'll be like pushing everything all over them. Women are just as bad. I'm not going to sit here and bash men. They're just as bad. So, everybody's got their thing. But I think there's a time and a place for everything. And I think that the whole point to this conversation was just the fact that, I think really what she's trying to say is that she doesn't appreciate women being objectified. And I think that's where she was at with that. Okay, so I'm going to read your comments right now. And first of all, thank you guys so much for tuning in to Real Talk with Karen Stacy. We're live on MiamiMikeRadio.com. We're live on my Facebook group, Real Talk Coffee Talk group. Make sure you join the group. We're live on the Karen Stacy public page. We're live on my personal page. And then don't forget to subscribe to Twitch, Twitter. Not Twitter. Yeah, well, I'm on Twitter too. Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. Make sure you hit those buttons. And we're kind of talking about right now, do you feel that women are for your visual pleasure? And you know what? The other thing I'm going to say to that before I read the comments, I think that women are beautiful. Although I think men are, I mean, I like men better, but I think women are beautiful, and I think they are for our viewing pleasure, because anything beautiful is definitely for all purposes and everybody to enjoy. Just the same way, I'm telling you right now, I see a good looking guy, I'll stand there for a minute and I'll absorb that. I'll be all up and down and in that and sum it all up. And you know what? If they look fucking good, then they look good and they deserve it. Am I going to be an animal about it? Of course not. I told you guys what I do. I do my little like arm feel. I do my nonchalant arm feel. I go to get a drink. Excuse me. And I touch their bicep because it's just so beautiful. I'm like, excuse me. I need to get a drink while I'm feeling them up. But I mean, I'm not going to feel them up. I'm not going to put my arm on their lower back. Hello. Because I'm not a politician. But, you know, I think that anybody that's a hot ass motherfucker is for your viewing pleasure. Probably goes against everything she was trying to say, but I'm going with that because I love to see a beautiful specimen. And let me tell you, men can be just as beautiful as women, but women, we are some sexy, beautiful beings, right? Women got the boop, 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 boop. They got the bodies, they got the shape. And then if she got the attitude to go with it, honey, you can't touch her, right? So it's all, you know, part of it. And when you look good, people can't help but look at you. You are for somebody's viewing pleasure. It's what people do with the viewing pleasure. I think that's the issue at hand, right? So, you know, if you're respectful about it, or, you know, you just do like a nonchalant arm feel, that's a different story. But if you're putting your hand on somebody's lower back, that's a little bit different. Okay, so anyway, share out my video, please. Get people in on the conversation. I know this is a little controversial, but who would I be if I wasn't being controversial, right? Because you know me, I like to poke the bear a little bit because we get to look at things from two different perspectives. So you're never going to get from me like, well, that's not true. I mean, I'm black and white in a lot of things, but most things everything I'm judgment free. And I always see the points on either side. Whether I agree or disagree is a different story. But I think it's important, again, to get the dialogue going, because I think that people should be aware of it, because you know what? There could be a really amazing gentleman watching this show right now, and he thought nothing of telling a woman she was beautiful, and God, somebody could be offended by that, perhaps. Like, what do you do? It's like when like this new movement where women want to be men and they don't want. I could do that. I could do that. No, yeah, I could do it too, but you'd fucking do it. I want a guy to open up my car door for me. I want a guy to fucking pull out my chair for me. I want a guy to pour my water for me. And you know what? Unfortunately, there are women that tell men not to do that. So I remember my friend saying to me, like, I held the door and the woman got mad at me because I held the door, but too fucking bad. My mother raised me to be a gentleman, and I'm going to hold the goddamn door. So it's a very difficult world that we're living in right now, and navigating this is quite scary because it's almost, and especially now, like no one's politically correct anymore. Everybody's wrong. So like anything you say or do, you're wrong. So how are you even supposed to meet other people? Because, you know, if you get somebody, now there's the difference between a creeper and a high value person. So a creeper is the one that's in your inbox, you know, like, wow, you're so beautiful, or, you know, some lame ass fucking thing, right? You know, if somebody, it's hard these days, but you know what? If you find the right words, you can reach out to somebody, you can be polite, you can extend a compliment, and maybe if you do it well and it's well received, it could build from there, but not a creeper one. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know the difference between the creeper comment and the not creeper comment, you know, I don't know, Google it, because there's a huge difference there. Okay, let me see. Always be you, never change for no one. You know what, Gina? The way I feel about that is I am always going to be me. I don't change for anybody but me, but I do take into consideration sometimes we miss things, and you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. So I don't change for someone else, but it may benefit me to make a change that will benefit someone else. So I feel like sometimes when, and I'm sure you don't mean it this way, but I feel like when somebody says, I'm not changing for no one, that's a defense. That's defensive. That is not secure. That's defense. So I would say that we all have the capability of changing. And sometimes we don't want to, sometimes we shouldn't, and sometimes, we should. So I think it's a lot of self-awareness. Oh, thank you, Gina. People judge too much in this world. Yeah, hello. Emily, there's a very fine line between classy and trashy. I don't get offended when someone compliments my outfit, hair, or my personality. I do business as a respectful woman. Going to the club is totally different because we have different motives. What you put out in the world is what you will receive. So again, I agree. And remember my story when I told you guys how my girlfriend, who had the beautiful stomach, used to go around with a half shirt on, and the guys used to come over and touch her stomach. Now, again, should guys be touching her stomach? Absolutely not. But she put it out there, so people, went to touch her. Now, is that right? No. Should you get punched in the fucking face? Absolutely. But people do it because they think that you're putting it out there, therefore it's okay for them to touch it or react to it. I have no problem putting anyone in their place. Thank you, but respect me. Absolutely, Gina. Laura, a respectful compliment is nice, but not be constantly looking at you like a piece of meat. Emily, most of the time we are objectified because we put ourselves out like that. People are not stupid. You know exactly what you're doing when you leave your house. Just saying. Yeah, again, for every action there is a reaction, right? Tommy, I've stared at women for the beauty, but when they realized I'm looking, I get a look like I'm hitting on her. Well, Tommy, that's a tough call. If you're staring at somebody and we can feel you staring at us, and we can feel, and I'm not saying this is you, I'm just giving a general thing. If we can feel your eyes going through us, we get kind of like freaked out a little bit about that, because it's like, okay, why is this guy looking at me like this? So, there's a way to enjoy someone's beauty, right? And maybe not, not so creepy, because that's kind of creepy when somebody's staring at you like that. The minute they catch my eyes, forget about it, because I'll watch them watch me. And then when they catch my eyes, it's kind of funny. I mean, it's been a long time, I'm an old lady now, but when people used to look at me like that, I used to enjoy, catching their face because I don't miss nothing. So when they finally got to my eyes, it was a funny thing, which I'm sure you guys could probably chuckle a little on your own here, visualizing that in your head. A king, classy but strong. Queen that can handle her own. Amen. There you go. Okay, so I don't know who this is. It just says Facebook user, because whatever page you're on, I can't see your name. You have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook for me to see your name. Sounds like she had a really bad day from working with women in the past. I find women are more maybe it's judgmental about other women by their looks than men. But we are animals, men and women alike. It's also a cultural thing. I have noticed from my experiences as well, some want you to notice them and will be offended if you don't. That is very true. And you usually know the ones that want the attention. That's what I'm trying to say. You create your own picture frame. And a lot of people don't realize that. I can't be me and then tell everybody that I'm like, quiet and demure. like, oh, okay, Karen, really? So I certainly, get that, but it was it had nothing to do with women. It had to do with men. This post, beautiful women scare men. Ha ha, swallow depth from a man. Yeah, Tanya, sometimes that is very true, right? There are certain men that are scared by women. They're also scared by women like me that will like eat them up and spit them out. And you know what? I don't blame them. I tried to, believe it or not, I tried to soften myself a little bit because I realized that I can be a lot. But you know what? That's who I am. And sometimes I'll give you all I got because I want to see if you can handle it. Because if you're good with that, then we're going to be fine from that point forward. I think a lot of people perpetrate the fraud. They try to depict a picture of themselves that is inaccurate. And then as someone gets to know you, they see something other than what you're seeing. And now that's where the problems start, right? How many times have you been in a relationship with someone? Maybe not how many times, but you've been in a relationship with someone, friends or lovers, right? And it's like, this person was so great, right? I can think of one person in particular that's still in my life and that, I'm not really loving them being in my life right now. But when we first met, it was, after I had lost my husband, and they were, there for me. And even when we weren't really connected anymore, they would always check up on me, check in. We'd always talk, wish each other a happy, Merry Christmas, whatever. And then we reconnected a couple of years later, and we were good friends. And then now it's like, I'm just always asking them how they're doing, and they never ask me how I'm doing. But I have a soft spot because when I was going through a rough time, that person was there for me. But maybe either that person wasn't them and they were perpetrating the fraud, or, life sometimes changes us, right? We've lost people, and, you're never the same once you lose someone that you love. And I guess people change. But the thing I don't like is don't paint a picture that is not really there. Like, what you see is what you get with me. Like, even on air right now, if you meet me in person, I'm the same person. Even though I'm very transparent with a lot of things, no one knows about my personal life because it's personal. I share with you certain situations and scenarios to try to help everybody learn from my mistakes or my experiences, or from other people's mistakes and other people's experiences. But you know what I mean? Like, you start to get to know somebody and you think one way of them, and then all of a sudden you see a totally different thing. So that's painting the wrong picture. Like, another, for instance, a guy I dated a couple of years ago. I told this story a couple of times. I don't know, if you watch my show a lot, I'm going to be redundant. But when he met me, I have piercings, I have tattoos, I have long hair, I have a big mouth, I curse. I mean, okay. And apparently he liked it all enough that he wanted to be with me, but then wanted me to change all of these things. And he says to me, "What do you think that the teachers at your son's school think of you when they see that thing in your mouth?" I said, I think that what my son's teachers think is that I'm a damn good mother. So you knew me. I had this thing in my mouth. I had my tattoos. What do you want me to do? Not be me? Now, you want me to take it out? Go fuck yourself. I ain't taking it out. I'm a grown adult. If I take it out, it's because I want to take it out. Not because you tell me to, because you don't fucking like it. Then don't go out with me. I can tell you a time you ain't complaining that it's in my mouth. So you know what? Don't be a fucking hypocrite. So that's what I mean when I say people paint certain pictures. You know, you got to own who you are, but you also have to be respectful of others and their space. If you're going to admire a woman for her beauty and she is going to be for your viewing pleasure, you know, be conscious of that, because we don't want to be objectified. But you know what? Emily made a very good point. When you leave the house, you know what you're doing. So some of us don't really know how much power we have, but others of us know exactly what the fuck we're doing. So that's real talk. And that's both guys and girls. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. What else? Let me try not to fucking, you're never too much. Yeah. Okay, Emily. Thanks. At least I got that in writing. Women are worse, Emily said, when it comes to being nasty. I think so. Oh, I love you too, Gina. Tanya, have you ever seen a man in love with himself? It's not attractive. Oh my God, absolutely. So when I was younger, I loved like bodybuilders and like the pretty boys like that. And then I realized that they were so in love with themselves that they would never be able to love me. So yeah, that's very true, Tanya. That's funny. So listening on MMR, I'm not sure who that is. I'm going to guess it's Diane because that's usually you. Let me see. Colleen said, I do it for myself because it makes me feel good about myself. I'm looking to impress anyone. If I get a compliment or something I have on, I say thank you. Emily, all women are beautiful in every way. Men are handsome in every way. It's how we present ourselves. Absolutely. Hey, Orlando, how are you? Who is that? The Dean Damo time. I don't know. Somebody that's on Periscope. You all beautiful souls. Saucy. Yeah, baby. The party graze. Yeah. Hand on hip. Let me slip by here. Oh my God. Own it, ladies. There you go, Mandy. All women are sexy. There you go, Orlando. Look, don't touch unless it's welcomed. Yeah, I agree with that 10,000%. I'm from the Bronx. Don't fucking touch me, okay? Don't touch me. Don't come. If I don't know you, do not fucking touch me. Do not come that close to me. Back it up. And this was before. That's why, like this whole 6 feet thing, good. I've always been like that. Stay in your fucking lane. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you 100% on that one. Look, don't touch. Tanya, can't hold a conversation with a man. Always brings it back to himself. Pat that it's going to pamper salon along with my pouchy, wait, what? Always brings it back to himself. Pat that it's going to pamper salon along with my poochie station. Okay, I'm not sure what that meant, but there's no charge for looking. Oh my God, that's so funny. You all can look at the menu as long as you don't order. Oh, that's funny. People are like paintings. There you go. Colleen, I dress for myself. If you look good, feel good. Oh, I read that already. Stare at them in the gallery or make it yours and take it home. Oh, I love that, Em. Yes, Rita. That's why I say you all are kings and queens. You're all beautiful souls. No one no one is better than the next. Amen. Exactly. Lisa, I agree, but there's plenty of women who dress a certain way with a certain agenda. So sometimes you can't blame the guy if you're dressed as though you're begging for the attention. Absolutely. And I'm the first person to say it. That's exactly what I was saying earlier today. I could get on here and I could do my talk show and I could dress that way and I'd have a million guys on my feed all the time. But they're just looking to see if they could get a shot of my boob. They're not looking to hear what I'm saying. So I'm not getting my message across. So it's more important to me to get the message across, to help people, to spread positivity, to spread faith, to spread hope, to help people see things differently in life, to grow. You know, that's more important to me. Showing you my boobs is fucking easy. And I know I could do it. Trust me, I have. But you know what? It's just not on my agenda right now, you know? And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. Certain people may say, look at the way she's fucking dressed. I would never go on, you know, I would never leave the house, never mind go live on a fucking talk show dressed like that. And you know what? God bless. I agree. And I'm me. And that's why I'm not jealous of nobody, because nobody could be me. So we all do what works for us. But yes, you cannot turn around and have, you know, and I say this all the time, you can't put pictures of yourself or you can't put all your everything out there and then wonder why the attention is coming back. You got to know what you're displaying, right? Would that be the right thing? Orlando, I'm a gentleman. I open car doors, as you should. Yeah, no respect. We all can make changes. Absolutely, Gina. Hold on, the comments just jumped. See, I told you that this was a really controversial topic, right? It's fun. And the fun thing is that we can go into so many, of course, you know me, I can go into 12 other things right after. Okay, here we go. Now I'm almost back to where I was before it jumped. Who else is here? Thank you, Gina. Georgie, over here in Ireland, the laws are watertight. Touch a woman who doesn't want to be touched, and that's assault. And you will feel the wrath of the law. I'm good with that. You know what? It makes sense. Oh, okay. Okay, Ray. Okay. This will help some kings and queens in this world. I try, Gina. That's what I do every single show. I try to help. I try to just at least spread some kind of awareness, whether or not you agree, disagree, it's irrelevant. At least you're aware of it. That's what matters to me. Emily said, I work with 98% men in my career. Keep it classy, stay honest, and always know what you're walking into and what person you're imposing. People respect people who respect themselves. Facts. Monica, a bad attention is what you want, then dress what will bring that attention. You reap what you sow. Well, I have a lot of people that would be that probably are hating on me because I said that, but you know, in that respect, but you know, it is what it is. Always be you. Okay, Tanya, haha. Loved this judge. I love this judge a book. Hold on. Haha, love this judge a book, yet you want to read me, then you want to change the writer. That's funny. Hey, Mike, how are you, honey? Mike Capalbo in the house. Sending you love, my baby. Let me see. See now, and this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You know, Mike is battling cancer and he is not doing very well. And you know what? That's what this is all about, is supporting one another, is building everybody up, and not pushing people down, supporting one another. So you know what? That's what I rather worry about than the outfit I'm going to be wearing. But again, I do worry about my outfits. Don't get me wrong. But I guess it just depends, again, on what you're trying to convey. Let me see. Hope and faith. Those are the magic words. Tommy. Okay. What's your outlook? If you were asked to take a picture with this lady and her hand goes down what? But you and I just met her and she pushed her chest out my face on a picture. It happened to me. I froze. I didn't know what to do. If you say something or let it go. I felt unconditionally. So it's a two-way street to have boundaries and respect. All right. I know there was some typos in there. So I guess the moral of that story is that the woman like objectified you, right? Is that what that means, Tommy? And she stuck her shit in your face. And yeah, it goes both ways. I said that. I said that women could be just as bad as the guys, actually worse. So she went and did that. And the bad thing is, and it's really unfair to the men, I have to say, is that a woman could do that, take your fucking face and push it in her boobs, and then she'll turn around and tell everybody that you did it, which is even worse. That's the fear I have with my, raising a son, is that women can be evil. And I say this because I'm a woman, so I'm allowed to say it. And it's very scary. And men definitely do get the short end of the stick on certain aspects. So you have to really, 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 dot your I's and cross your T's, because you could get yourself into some trouble. Yes, love and positivity. Absolutely, Gina. Okay, hold on. The the comments went crazy. I don't know why. For some reason, it's like my vision is getting worse. Okay, Anne, I'm doing okay, one day at a time. Hope you are well. Oh, you must not be talking to me. Okay. Thank you, Gina. I went on your show with a hoodie, glasses, and crazy bun and still got asked out. That's because everybody wanted your magic cup. Okay. My motto is, I'm a live show. No lingerie or boudoir pics online. I have a few low-key 80s style tops. I posted pics on Facebook, but that's it. Again, I can't see your name, so I don't know who just posted that. In a world where we must stay positive and spread love like this. Absolutely, Gina. Okay, Anne said, it's okay to dress sexy, but classy always. I'm a hairstylist, so I always have my hair and makeup done when I go out. I will never show something I don't want seen. A little bit is plenty. No need to dress or act skanky. Queen Gina, building each other up, not tearing each other down. Exactly. Okay, let me see. Yes, goes both ways. Absolutely. Okay, hold on. I just got booted with the comments, so give me a second. Okay, there we go. No, it's okay, Tommy. I think I got it though, right? It's just, you got to remember something, guys. I'm doing a live show and I'm reading this as we're going. And of course, I'm half fucking blind because once, I'm 50 and I can't see with the glasses on, with the glasses off. I got to go back here. I got to go up there. It's like awful. The hell was that? So I apologize. So sometimes, unfortunately, when You know, if you make a typo, it's just difficult for me sometimes to kind of figure out what you're trying to say, but I usually get it. It's nice chatting. Great show. Oh, thank you, Tommy. I'm so happy you joined us tonight. So yeah, I mean, I really thought that this was an interesting conversation, right? Because again, you know, it's more of the you know, of that, you know, women, you know, are women here for viewing pleasure. And so, you know, again, what prompted Shannon to say that was basically, you know, that I guess, you know, when you walk down the street and, you know, people, you know, are whistling at you or whatever, you know, or, you know, sometimes like your inbox gets blown up and, you know, certain things, it can be annoying in the sense that people don't understand, like, you don't understand why, like, come on, you don't have to do that. So her thing was, you don't have to, just because you admire someone, it doesn't mean you have to ask them out. It doesn't mean you have to X, Y, and Z. The only thing I have to say to that is you never, I feel you never know unless you try. So my feeling is, you know, if you see something you like, and it might be something that you want, I say go for it. You never know. So again, if you do it respectfully and you do it with good intentions, it's all good. You know, so I think that it's not always a terrible thing to act on something. If you do find somebody beautiful, man or woman, and you want to let them know that, if you do it respectfully, why not? You never know what may come of it. You may say that, and there may be a chemistry between the two of you, and it can all start off respectfully, and it can end up being something beautiful. You never know till you try. So I know that the comment was more made for not objectifying women, and that's what the whole scenario was about. And I do agree with that. But I also think that sometimes in life you just got to go for it. And I don't think you should let an opportunity pass up because you don't think it's you're I don't even know what the right, like, acceptable or right for you to reach out to somebody, if that makes sense. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Okay, that was that. Again, Karen can't see. Oh, thank you, Gina. So Emily said, taking it to a step further, my husband took it as a compliment to him when men complimented me. He was so proud. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. Unfortunately, some men are disrespectful about it. So if they are respectful, then absolutely, because if they're secure and they know you're going home with them, then that's great. But the funny thing is that the guys or the girls that go out with the guy or the girl that's the hottie that gets all the attention, which is the reason why they're with them, they're the most jealous, and they're the ones that fight all night. Oh, you see? Why is that guy looking at you? Oh, you see? Why is that girl over there talking to you? Oh, blah, 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 right? So now, like, be careful for what you wish for, right? Because you're the one who wants to be with the cat's meow, but when they're meowing, now you got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Dancer Shades, how are you? Good evening. Let me see who else is on here. I don't want to miss anybody. Okay. Monica, both women and men are for your viewing pleasure at first. The thing is, if you want another thing to be a factor. I agree. Let me see. Joseph, good evening. Um, there we go. Okay, yeah, I think I got to everybody's comments. Wow, we did pretty good there. All right, well, Rachel, hi. I was the live show comment on your page thread. Oh, you can see my name. Yes, okay, Rachel, I see you now, Mama. Okay, sorry. You can see my name. Yes, I see your name. Okay, I don't know what happened. Ray, you just described my second wife. She was the most jealous woman I ever been with. Yeah, well, I told you about that, but that's a whole other story. You know what? That's a good show too. We'll talk about that too. Jealousy. That'll be the next one. Emily, that was our thing, to pretend to be strangers in the bar. Always went home together. You know, Emily, you scare me really, because my husband and I, we would be on, like, let's say we were at like Home Depot, and you know how like there's all the lines. So you tell something like, go wait on that line. I'll wait on this line. And my husband would like talk to me, like I'd be on the other thing, and my husband would go, hey, you're kind of cute. You here with anybody? And I would look at him like, well, you're kind of cute too. He's like, all right, just don't tell my wife. And we would do that, and people would look like, you know, they didn't know what was going on. Emily, it's really so funny that I think we were separated by birth. Gina, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Yes, we always do. This is all about positivity. My show is not necessarily positivity. It's real talk. I am real talk. I've always been real talk. And I don't want to say keep it real, because I hate that. But I mean, I say it like it is. And I always try to look at things objectively, because I think that if people would look at things from different angles, they would see things differently. Just like what we were talking about with this post, where like one person viewed it one way and another person viewed it another way, and no one's right and no one's wrong. It's all different angles of the same picture, right? So it's really, really important that you try to look at things from different perspectives. And so, like I said, there are people right now that might be watching this, that haven't commented, that are just lurking in the darkness. And maybe they learned something today. Maybe they learned that they shouldn't, objectify, right? Maybe they should learn to just genuinely appreciate, right? Because that's a little bit different. So I think that it really just, it gives people a different way to view things, a different way to look at things, and a different perspective. You know, some of us don't have good friends that will help us look at things differently and give us a different perspective. So I'm your friend, and I try to give you ways to look at things and different perspectives to look at them, and to use the dialogue, because guess what? What is the biggest problem is lack of communication. So if we continually communicate and communicate effectively, think about the mountains we can climb. Let me read your comments. Okay. Lisa Loeb, how are you, sweetheart? Okay, let me see. We must be the change of the world and not let the world change us. Amen for sure on that one. Let's see. Let me see here. Whoops. Where did that comment go? Hold on a second. Tanya, play hookups. Out the door. Ha ha. Poodle jumping my leg. Tool play in public place. That's another story. Hey, Angelo, how are you? We all need friends. That's very true. Emily, anytime we were in a different line or at the bar anywhere, yes, babes, love you always, and love, real love. Yes, honey. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, I got to tell you, I'm kind of shot. I had a long day today. So I was here in my neighborhood trying to fight crime. So I'm a tired girl. And this morning I was kind of shocked because I went off this morning. Anybody that missed this morning show, you should really go back and watch it. We were talking about the Mr. Potato Head. We were talking about Dr. Seuss. We were talking about prejudice. And I kind of went off. So I'm tired now because I went off on a lot of stuff. So you might want to catch that. But I know some of you are just tuning in now. Thank you so much for tuning in. I apologize. Please feel free to rewind and watch the video from the start. For those of you that stayed with me for most of the show, I am truly, truly humbled. And I thank you so much. For those of you who shared out the video, Queen Gina, thank you so much for spreading the love and supporting me and the show. It means the world to us. Each and every one of you listening tonight, I love you all. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your comments. And guess what? Tomorrow morning, you got me back again at 11 a.m. So don't forget, you guys, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m., Coffee Talk with Karen. Every single weekday at 11 a.m. And then I have Real Talk at 8 p.m. every Tuesday night. Okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Get your coffee and we'll have coffee together and we'll get through this crazy thing we call life. So I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for the support and peace and love. Mwah. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Don't forget to hit those buttons. Hit the join my Facebook group, Real Talk Coffee Talk. Hit the notification like button on the Karen Stacy page. Jump on Twitch. Jump on YouTube. And subscribe. Real Talk Karen Stacy. All right? It means the world to me. Mwah. Bye, you guys. Love you. Happy Tuesday.